so we're going to tap on being in a room with lots of people. And trying to learn, okay. So, has there been a time in the past where that's occurred, where you've had difficulty learning?
I don't immediately remember anything.
But you're feeling that now?
Yeah.
Where in your body?
In my gut.
In your gut?
And in my head.
And your head. What is it out of 10?
7.
7. And is there a particular time when you're feeling it? Like when I'm doing something on there, or when you're practicing, or?
When we're away from the sitting down bit.
Right, so practicing?
No, interacting.
Interacting?
Yep.
Okay. So I want you to change my words if you need to change my words, or add anything into them to make it more real for you. So I'm just confirming it was 7 out of 10 in your head and your gut when you think about interacting and learning in a large group.
Yes.
Even though
Even though
I've got this intensity
even though I've got this intensity
in my gut and my head,
in my gut and my head,
and I struggle to learn in a large group,
and I struggle to learn in a large group,
I accept myself
I accept myself
deeply and completely.
deeply and completely.
Even though I've got this intensity,
Even though I've got this intensity,
7 out of 10,
7 out of 10,
in my gut and my head,
in my gut and my head,
when I try to learn
when I try to learn
in a big group,
in a big group,
I accept myself
I accept myself
deeply and completely.
deeply and completely.
Even though
Even though
I've got this 7 out of 10 intensity
I've got this 7 out of 10 intensity
in my head and my gut,
in my head and my gut,
when I try to learn
when I try to learn
in a big group,
in a big group,
I accept myself
I accept myself
deeply and completely.
deeply and completely.
I struggle to learn
I struggle to learn
when I'm in a big group.
when I'm in a big group.
I can feel it 7 out of 10
I can feel it 7 out of 10
in my gut and my head.
in my gut and my head.
This struggle to learn,
The struggle to learn
7 out of 10 intensity.
7 out of 10 intensity
When I'm in a large group,
when I'm in a large group.
I struggle to learn,
I struggle to learn
and I feel that in my head and my gut.
and I feel it in my head and my gut.
This 7 out of 10 intensity
This 7 out of 10 intensity
in my head and my gut.
in my head and my gut.
When I'm struggling to learn in a big group,
When I'm struggling to learn in a big group.
everything I see
Everything I see
when I'm in a big group,
when I'm in a big group.
I struggle to learn.
I struggle to learn.
I feel it in my head and my gut.
I feel it in my head and in my gut.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Everything I hear
Everything I hear
when I'm in a large group,
when I'm in a large group.
struggling to learn,
Struggling to learn.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Feel it in my head and my gut.
Feel it in my head and my gut.
All this struggle,
All the struggle.
struggle to learn
Struggle to learn
in a large group,
in a large group.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
In my head and my gut.
In my head and my gut.
I want you to just do the 9 gamut point. So thinking about struggling to learn, feeling it in your head and your gut. So close your eyes, open your eyes, look hard down to the left, hard down to the right. Circle your eyes slowly in one direction. Circle your eyes slowly in the other direction. Hum happy birthday. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hum happy birthday. This struggle to learn.
Struggle to learn.
Everything I see.
Everything I see.
Everything I hear.
Everything I hear.
When I'm in a large group.
When I'm in a large group.
Everything I think about myself.
Everything I think about myself.
Everything I think about them.
Everything I think about them.
When I'm in a large room.
When I'm in a large room.
Everything I think about myself.
Everything I think about myself.
When I'm in a large room.
When I'm in a large room.
Struggling to learn.
Struggling to learn.
I feel it in my gut and my head.
I feel it in my gut and my head.
Everything I think about myself.
Everything I think about myself.
When I'm in a large group.
When I'm in a large group.
I feel it in my head and my gut.
I feel it in my head and my gut.
So see how I added 2 things in there? Well, I added what I see and what I hear, but as soon as I said everything I think about myself, that landed, right?
Yep.
Okay, so, and when I said everything they think about me didn't land, it was what I think about myself in a large group. So what came up for you then?
being judged for being dumb at
Mhm.
school.
Yep. How old were you?
I was in year 7.
Year 7? So year 7, who was it? What teacher? How did you...
I was in a classroom and I'd done all my homework and I got called a brown nose and ridiculed for doing my homework, and from that moment on I didn't do any well at school.
So who ridiculed you?
Students in my class.
Mhm. How? What did they say? Was it more than one?
They called me out in front of the whole class, screaming things at me as I went up and handed in my homework.
So it was in front of a large group? What did they scream?
Who do you think you are? You're suck, and all this sort of stuff. Lots of things like that. I can't even think. Who do you think you are was a big one.
Who do you think you are? So you were handing your work in at the front. So was it more that you heard them or did you see them?
I saw them too.
Saw them and heard them?
It's man and boys,
Yep.
the class clowns.
So what stands out the most, seeing or hearing?
They're very similar,
Okay.
seeing and hearing.
Seeing and hearing. All right. So they're sort of combined.
They're combined.
All right. So in this instance, when they're combined, we'll use them both. Even though I was in year 7
Even though I was in year 7
and I was in front of a large group,
and I was in front of a large group,
the whole classroom,
the whole classroom,
and I can still remember seeing and hearing
and I can still remember seeing and hearing
the words they said,
the words they said,
the way they looked.
the way they looked.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and everything I'm feeling.
and everything I'm feeling.
Even though I'm shaking,
Even though I'm shaking.
when I remember being in year 7
When I remember being in year 7
and everything they said
and everything they said
and everything I saw,
and everything I saw,
I accept myself and how I'm feeling.
I accept myself and how I'm feeling.
Even though I'm shaking,
Even though I'm shaking,
remembering being in year 7,
remembering being in year 7,
handing in my homework,
handing in my homework,
everything they said,
everything they said,
everything I saw,
everything I saw,
especially the boys,
especially the boys.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and how I'm feeling.
and how I'm feeling.
I was in year 7.
I was in year 7.
Everything I remember,
Everything I remember,
I was handing in my work.
I was handing in my work.
I can still hear the sound of their
I
voices
can still hear the sound of their voices
and the words they said.
and the words they said.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
I've done my homework.
I've done my homework
I was handing it in
and I was handing it in
and they're calling out.
and they're calling me out.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
I can still hear the sound of their
I can
voices,
still hear the sound of their voices,
especially the boys.
especially the boys.
I can still see the look on their faces.
I still see the look on their faces.
I'm still shaking,
I'm still shaking,
remembering what they said
remembering what they said
and how I felt.
and how I felt. They were the cool kids.
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 They said, who do you think you are?
They said, who do you think you are?
What else did they say?
You're a brown nose.
You're a brown nose.
You're a brown nose. This was a long time ago.
They said,
They said,
who do you think you
who
are?
do you think you are?
You're a brown
You're a
nose.
brown nose.
In front of the whole
In
classroom.
front of the whole classroom.
This shaking in my body,
Shaking in my body.
this intensity
This intensity.
that's already coming down.
It's already coming down.
When they said, who do you think you are?
When they said, who do you think you are?
You brown nose.
You brown nose.
All the shaking.
The shaking.
The cool kids.
Cool kids.
I can still hear the sound of their voices.
Still hear the sound of their voices.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
You brown nose.
You brown nose.
Especially the boys.
Especially the boys.
What I saw and what I heard.
What I saw and what I heard.
My shaking reaction.
My shaking reaction.
Everything I made it mean about me.
Everything I made it mean about me.
Especially in a large group.
Especially in a large group.
Everything I made it mean about me.
Everything I made it mean about me.
Deep breath. So what's that come down to?
If I was anything, it'd be a 1, but it's just a 1 if it is anything.
And what did you make it mean in that moment when you were there?
That I was different and that I was, separate and different. I wasn't part of the cool kids.
Yeah. And how do you think that belief has related to how you felt today in a large group.
So,
So I'm different, I'm not part of the cool kids.
yeah, and I'm not, like there's a lot of academic people, I'm not academic, and I'm coming from, even though there's a list of people as well, and I think I always feel like I'm different. Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't at the moment.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
So,
nice.
all right, even though in the past
Even though in the past,
I created this belief
I created this belief
in year 7
in year 7
that I'm different,
that I'm different,
that I'm not cool,
that I'm not cool, definitely.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and everything I made that mean.
and everything I made that mean.
Even though in year 7,
Even though in year 7,
when they called those things out,
when they called those things out,
I made it mean
I made it mean
I'm not cool,
I'm not cool,
I'm different,
I'm different.
I accept myself
I accept myself
and this belief,
and this belief,
and maybe I can let it go now.
and maybe I can let it go now.
Even though I'm in a large group now
Even though I'm in a large group now,
and there's academics here
and there's academics here,
and I'm not one of them,
and I'm not one.
I accept myself
I accept myself,
and maybe I can let go
and maybe I can let go
of all this fear
of all this fear
of being different.
of being different.
I'm not an academic,
I'm not an academic,
I'm not a cool kid,
I'm not a cool kid,
and maybe that's okay.
maybe that's okay.
Releasing and letting go
Releasing and letting go
of hearing their words.
of hearing their words.
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
You brown nose.
Brown nose.
That feeling that I was different.
That feeling that I was different.
That belief I created.
That belief I created.
That I'm not cool
That I'm not cool.
and I'm different.
I'm different.
Maybe I can let it go now.
Maybe I can let it go now.
I wonder what that would feel like.
I wonder what that would feel like.
Maybe it's good to be different.
It is good to be different.
It is good to be
It
different.
is good to be different.
I'm not an academic.
I'm not an academic.
It's good to be different.
It's good to be different.
I like being
I
different.
like being different.
I am different.
I am different.
I don't have to be cool.
I don't have to be cool.
I don't have to be a brown
I
nose.
don't have to be a brown nose.
I can be cool
I can be cool
in my own way.
in my own way.
I'm cool.
I'm cool.
I'm different.
I'm different.
And I'm okay with that.
And I'm okay with that. Yes, I am.
Yay! See how I didn't change that until she'd come up with, it was 0?
It's definitely nothing. Nothing at all. No, 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 not at all.